My name is Eileen, and I'm running to be your Class of 2022 Treasurer. Now, although I have had previous experience funding various sorts of events, we're all at home right now, so everything is obviously going to look a little bit different for us this year. So as Treasurer, I'm going to find alternate online ways to be able to raise money for the events that the SGA plans for you guys. These may include online movie nights or online games that you guys can participate in and interact with each other through. Additionally, I'm a both organized and cooperative person, which makes me the perfect candidate to be treasurer because I will be able to organize the funds that we receive and cooperate with the other SGA representatives in order to provide you guys with everything that you ask from us. So whether we do end up going back to school in person or we continue doing online school, I will make it my goal to ensure that all of your requests are made possible financially. So vote for Eileen for Class of 2022 Treasurer.
Hi, I'm Zanamad and I'm running to be your class treasurer. If elected treasurer, I will ensure you have a voice in where our money goes. I know this year isn't what we expected it to be, but I will work to bring you great spirit events at home and in person. I know it's important that our great clubs, sports teams, and other groups have the funding they need to remain the best in the county, so I will work hard to make sure that happens. A couple of things I want to bring to RM are better class field trips, better funded and improved homecoming and prom, whether they're in person or virtual, and more materials for all our school programs. I also want to bring anything I can to help you guys with these difficult times. I'll host fundraisers for important issues such as racial equity programs, hurricane relief, and mental health awareness. Outside of school, I have experience managing fundraisers as a member of the board for the Teens with Heart Songs program, and I will bring that experience to you at RM. Class of 2022, I am Zanamad, and I'm running to be your next treasurer.
Hello, Richard Montgomery Class of 2022. My name is Selma Hamza, and I want to be your next class treasurer. I believe that as class treasurer, I can bring together all of the great ideas of our class members to make this year the best of our high school experience. The main item on my agenda is to raise a lot more money for our class. With the limited budget that we have now, there is not much we can do to make an online year great. Restaurant fundraisers and RM gear care packages are just two of many ways that I plan to raise funds. Just because we are online does not mean that we can't make this year special. I will work to reduce yearbook prices so that we can all have a way to preserve our great high school memories. And when we do end up returning to school, wouldn't it be great to see our whole class repping RM masks? These masks are currently selling at $14 a piece. I plan to bring this price down so that our masks will be more affordable for all students. And to help make our monotone online school days more fun, I will get our class online seminars with influential people of your choice. Another important aspect of fundraising is providing help for those in need. We see all of these fundraisers on social media for the Black Lives Matter movement and for those who have lost their homes as a result of the fires raging across the nation. But in many cases, these people do not end up getting the help they need. When we raise money as a school, I will ensure that the money gets to the people who need it, no matter where they are in the world. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions you may have regarding my plan for this school year or with any suggestions. I hope to have your vote this year.
Hi, Class of 2022. My name is Emma Chen, and I'm running to be your class treasurer this year. I know these past few months have been really hard for all of us, with quarantine and the start of online school. Virtual learning is definitely a lot different, as I'm sure we've all learned these first 3 weeks. However, I truly believe that we can still make this an incredible year for all of us. And as your treasurer these past 2 years, I assure you that I have the passion, dedication, and experience needed to do so. In freshman year, I, along with the other SGA officers, raised over $400 for hurricane and wildfire relief. Last year, we raised over $250 for hurricane relief and over 120 items for the school supply drive, winning both of these class competitions. We also organized our own fundraiser at Mr. RM, raising $280 for this year's junior prom. If I'm elected this year, I plan to work with the SGA to organize fun virtual fundraisers for the causes that you all care about. I will also organize community building events and spirit days through social media and other online platforms. I will work with school clubs and county organizations to hold webinars and make college preparation resources readily accessible for everyone. In these difficult times, communication is especially important. I plan on giving you all weekly updates through various online platforms about important information and events. Furthermore, I'll create a class-wide Google Classroom that'll help us stay connected and plan for an amazing junior prom. Finally, I aim to ensure a smooth transition from online to physical school when the time comes. Above all, I will listen to you. My main priority is to work towards making your experience in high school the best it can be, and that won't be possible without your input. So, let's work together to make the most out of online school this year. Vote me, Emma Chen, for your class treasurer. Thank you.
Hello, class of 2022. My name is Cooper Sawson, and I'm very excited to campaign to be your junior class secretary. The past few years, I've been very eager about our school spirit events and fundraisers that our SGA has put together, wishing that I could take part and give some ideas and thoughts of my own. So this year, I'm very passionate about wanting to take part myself in taking a big role in the SGA. I want to be able to connect all of us and make progress towards what needs to be done for our school and our community. I know everybody has been going through a lot in these tough times with COVID-19 and quarantine, but I'm here to help this year. I want to be able to connect to each and every one of you and be there as a helping hand to anybody out there that needs it, because I know that times can get tough. I want to be there to bring all of your ideas to life by going to the board and trying my best to make change, bringing the junior class together closer than ever this year. As your secretary, I will take a large part in fundraising events and planning for the school year. I've thought of many great ideas, including supply drives for those who are in need, fun at-home fundraising events to raise money for numerous important organizations and charities, and fundraising for school events like prom or homecoming, just to name a few. My goal for the school year is to help out all of those who are not able to do much for themselves as a result of the pandemic, as well as ensure safety and the well-being for all students. I'll try my hardest to ensure everybody's voice is heard this year and work hard to make this year great. Thanks, and remember to vote Cooper for secretary.
Hello, class of 2022. My name is Sweet, and I am running to be your class secretary. 2020 has been a hard year, and it's not ideal going to school online. I want to make sure that this year goes smoothly for all of us. If elected, my goal will be to make SGA more interactive and inclusive so that all students can have input on how the SGA is run, whether it's through social media or emails, and regular updates during this difficult time. Additionally, I will keep meetings in SGA focused on issues that our class cares about. I'm confident that I will be an asset to SGA because I have experience in organizing and managing groups as co-president of the Twinbrook Tutors Club, and I pride myself as being an effective communicator and able to work with differing perspectives. In the end, my goal is to work for the class of 2022. Vote for Sweet, and I will work hard to ensure every voice is heard and that the 2020 to 2021 school year is a success.
Hey guys, my name is Rachel Sharp and I'm running for your junior class secretary. I remember when I was in 7th grade and I visited RM for the first time to watch the musical with my sister, and that's when I knew I really wanted to go here. Now we're juniors and I've had an amazing experience so far where I've met so many new people and learned so many new things that I never would have known if I'd ended up going to my home high school. Honestly, I never thought I would say this, but I miss school. Even though I constantly struggled to get up those 3 flights of stairs and worried about 5 tests being crammed into one Friday, it was always good to know that I'd be able to enjoy going to Dunkin' or Chipotle with my friends during lunch or hang out with them after school in TC. As your secretary, I'll be there to listen to your ideas and your suggestions and make sure that you have a voice even through virtual learning. I plan to work with the rest of SGA to organize fundraisers that donate to relevant organizations like Black Lives Matter and COVID-19 relief, as well as plan virtual events that can keep our class connected and active with each other throughout this hard time. I'll also work with the student body to organize a great junior prom and even a virtual homecoming to keep some normalcy throughout this school year. From being at RM for basically 2 years, I've learned that the school is truly a community, and it's filled with so many different kinds of people that bring the school together. We're one of the most diverse schools in Montgomery County, and we showcase that through each and every single student, from the art that they make, the music that they play, from the amazing musicals and plays that they perform, and so many other things. RM is a melting pot of Montgomery County, and hopefully, as your class secretary, I can do my best to represent you all. We're finally upperclassmen, and we only have 2 years left at RM. So let's make it the best that it can be, even though we're talking to each other through screens. So hopefully you'll vote for me as your junior class secretary, because I know I can help make this school year worthwhile. Thank you.
Hello, class of 2022. My name is Upasani Yadav, and I'm running to be your junior class secretary. I know times are tough, but I also know that we'll make it through together. If I'm elected as your secretary, I'll work with the SGA to plan out fun virtual events, such as more virtual spirit days, as well as webinars. Also, I'll plan out an amazing junior prom, which still needs to be the highlight of our year. We all know that we aren't using our advisory periods to their full capability. Therefore, I'll ask you for any suggestions or concerns you may have and work with teachers, administration, and the rest of the SGA to make the advisory periods that we currently have into a more useful and fun experience for all. Another thing I'd like to talk about would be our school's fundraisers. We can build upon the great work conducted by the SGA in the previous years to make this year's fundraisers even more successful. This will be a great way to give back to the RM community and others in need. The final thing that I'd like to address would be consistent communication with you all. If I was elected as your secretary, I'd work to create monthly newsletters so each and every junior knows what changes their SGA officers are making. Additionally, I'd also use social media as a tool to connect with as many of you guys as possible so I can hear your concerns. Your opinions and voices matter the most. I believe that my passion, dedication, and drive will allow me to help you have an unforgettable junior year experience. So, vote for me, Upasani Yadav, as your junior class secretary.
Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm Ishana Subramanian, and I would love to be your class secretary this year. Virtual learning has been hard on all of us, and I want to help you fight against the obstacles online school poses so that you can have the wonderful year you deserve. As secretary, my role would be serving you and advocating for what you believe in, because no matter who you are, your opinion, your circumstances always matter. I will ensure efficient two-way communication between SGA and all students, and I'm willing to use whatever communication means works best for each of you, whether it be email, text, or creating a Class of 2022 Google Classroom, which I'm surprised hasn't been done already. Even if I need to use a homing pigeon to deliver news to you, I will ensure every one of you is informed and that you can send your feedback to the SGA via a communication method that works and is accessible to you. I will maintain this energy in distributing information amongst delegates so that the SGA can work in an organized and efficient manner and serve you the best we can. I would not only like to update you guys on what SGA is doing, but also opportunities and resources to better your lives, from resources for mental health support, college preparation, or sharing virtual job, internship, and activism opportunities. I want you to have all the necessary information at your disposal for a successful year. I will also help plan fun virtual events, such as Zoom game nights, and promote clubs as well. Additionally, I'll push for SGA to advocate for and plan fundraisers for issues you're passionate about, like Black Lives Matter, fighting ableism, helping families impacted by COVID, and so much more. I have leadership experience, holding director positions in multiple organizations, and I've had experience in managing and organizing things from webinars to selling food to organizing school events. I can maintain an efficient system and stay organized and listen to other people's ideas and expand and grow upon them. As secretary, I'll be your voice and ensure that you are never left in the dark about what your SGA is doing, and that there's always a way to communicate back and forth between students and SGA. Vote Ishana for Class of 2022 Secretary, and pinky promise I'll make your junior year amazing. Thank you everybody, and have a nice day.
Hello, my name is Apurva. I am running for your junior class secretary. This year is a year like none of us have ever experienced. We are in the middle of a global pandemic, have experienced much needed social justice movements, and of course we're all getting used to this new virtual learning platform. As students and as the youth of this generation, we are the ones that are most affected by this because of the disruptions in our lives and in our education. However, as youth, we have the power and the responsibility to create changes within our lives, our school, and our world. And that all starts with effective and meaningful communication. Last year, one of the major issues in our school, especially when transitioning into the distance learning experience, was the lack of effective, meaningful communication between the administration, student government, and the student body as a whole. As your junior class secretary, I will ensure that all SGA meetings are recorded in an orderly and understandable manner so that the minutes can be effectively communicated to the junior class. I will also focus on informing our class of the events happening in our student government and in our school by communicating through advisory delegates, staff, and administration, and effectively using this new technology that we have available to spread the words on events and important issues. And finally, I will also work to enable more student body intervention, such as voting on the issues that concern our class, for example, prom and homecoming dress-up days, because students should have a say in what goes on in our school because they are the ones most affected by this. Change is possible in our society. Won't be easy, but it can and will happen. And right now, that change starts with us. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Hannah O'Looney and I am running for re-election as your class vice president. Happy junior year! It's crazy to think that sophomore year has already ended and we're all already upperclassmen. I know, it's hard to believe when it doesn't even actually feel like school has really started. But I can promise that with your vote to be re-elected to class vice president, I'll make sure that we get enough spirit events, an awesome socially distant homecoming replacement, and the best junior prom in the spring to make up for these months of virtual learning and truly celebrate how far all of us have come these past 3 years. As class vice president last year, I helped organize our school's winning hurricane relief fund that won everyone in our class free cookies, a successful Mr. RM complete with refreshments, and a week of menstrual equity action that has given me the opportunity to work with MCPS officials at the county level to start working towards a future where free pads can be distributed in every single bathroom at every single public high school. This year, I can promise that I will bring that same energy and more into truly making this the best year of high school yet. So our class can continue to be involved in the most clubs, have the most school spirit at every single school-wide school spirit competition, and make all of the other classes jealous. Us juniors need to continue to be involved not just within RM, but across this county and the state. And when students across the nation talk about issues like racial justice and sexual harassment, us RM juniors need to be at the forefront of it all. We need to show the world how much Richard Montgomery's class of 2022 can achieve. So let's continue this journey together, and let's empower RM's class of 2022 to lead Richard Montgomery to an unforgettable, victorious year. Vote Hannah for vice president.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all staying safe and healthy. My name is Chad Boyd. I'm a previous football player and current wrestler at Richard Montgomery High School, and I hope to soon be the next VP for the class of 2022. There are a couple of things I aim to do with this video, and there are a couple of things I do not. I do not aim to give you idiosyncratic and empty promises, or a list of reforms I wish to make once I'm in office. What I do aim to give you all is my word. That I'll give 100% of my time and effort between building a network of communication for all of our voices to be heard, and to unite us all in this time of division and uncertainty. Previous student government involvement has taught me there are two very important things for every leadership group: cooperation and communication. I know in times like these where we have to stay home, that we can all still work together and get things done. My experience as student government president in 8th grade, my opportunity to run now, my love for this class, and my aspiration for all of us to succeed and make this year the most amazing year it can be. These are the reasons why I'm asking for your vote today. So please, vote Chad Boyd for Junior VP.
Hello class of 2022, I'm Joy Zawatsky and I'm ready to be your junior class president. First, I want to thank you all again for electing me as your sophomore president. It was such a great honor to be the voice for all of you. We accomplished so much, from powder puff to hurricane relief, school supply drive, bake sale, and so much more, and I loved every minute of it. Now this year brings up a whole new set of challenges. Not only are we in our junior year, arguably the most stressful, we were forced to start this year through a screen. This is why it's so important to have a strong, efficient, and dedicated person in office to not only lead and unite us during these tough times, but to make sure that this year goes as smoothly as possible. And if with me as your president, I will hold myself to those expectations. SJ has always played a really important role in my life. It has helped me grow, strengthen my leadership skills, as well as expose me to so many new experiences. This year, I want to utilize what I've learned to help lead the junior class. Even when everyone is physically apart, we can still come together, which is so important now more than ever because we're stronger together. Some ideas for how to accomplish this goal are to hold Instagram Lives, create class-wide Google Classrooms, social distance meetups, and class-wide competitions to show our school spirit. This pandemic hasn't been easy, and while I don't know what each of you is going through, we are in this together, and if you need anything, I am here for you. I will do my best to reach out to as many of you as I can on a regular basis to make sure that you are doing okay. If I'm elected, I will be representing this body as a whole, and every single person inside of it is playing an equally important part in making sure that our class is as successful as it can be. I will be your voice, and if you see something wrong or have an idea on how to improve our school, I will be here to amplify it. All around us, we see division. We see how it's tearing communities apart, but we also see how people are banding together to fight against rules that are unjust. And this is why unity is so important. To bring everyone together and strive for our neighborhoods, community, and school to be the best it can be, because we see how powerful those acts of unity can be. I want to build off that foundation that we laid last year from all of our successes. And if you elect me as your president, that's what I'll do. Thank you, and vote Julie Zawatsky for president.
What's up, Rockets? I'm Lauren Capano, and I'm running for your 2020 junior class president. Let's build a strong, supportive class that encourages each and every one of you to speak up about your ideas. By utilizing Google Forms through email, Instagram, and Snapchat, I will be able to get a better understanding of what the junior class really wants to see happen this year. Do you want to have small group picnics or possibly outdoor movies? How about making class t-shirts? You tell me and I'll do my absolute best to make it happen. I'm all about taking your ideas and turning them into a reality. Acknowledging your voice is one of many things I believe should be addressed within this community. I'm passionate about striving for equity. Over the past few months, the fight for equal treatment has hit an all-time high across the U.S., and it should not go unseen at RM. When I get elected as president, I will raise awareness about supporting the Black Lives Matter movement, issues concerning the LGBTQ+ community, and helping those who have been majorly affected by the coronavirus. I will do this by influencing the SGA to create a wide range of fundraisers that support these causes. Juniors, I'll assist you in preparing yourself for your future. During this critical year of high school, we each are individually taking our own steps in preparing for college. I'd like to offer you a resource for you to benefit from. Once elected, I'll provide every junior with a valuable, informative perspective every 2 weeks. These VIPs are 5-minute videos of a professional describing their journey. Whether it be sharing advice on college readiness or explaining their diverse experiences within the workplace, these videos will offer you a unique perspective and hopefully help better prepare you for college and beyond. Ask anyone that knows me. I don't wrestle, everything's done. Make the right decision and vote Lauren Campano for your 2020 junior class president. You won't regret it.
Begin my actual speech, I want to share with you guys an incident that happened not too long ago. So one time, my teacher said to me, "Deep, go back to the hellhole you came from. You won't ever accomplish anything in life." And when she said this to me, I was really mad because I was just thinking to myself that what was possibly going through her head for her to say that to me. But reminiscing that moment today, I want to thank her because that's what really motivated me to do everything I wanted and to run for president today. Students, staff, and population of Richard Montgomery High. I am Deepinder Kaur and I stand before you as a candidate for junior class president. I'm better known as Deep though. It's true that I am fairly new to Richard Montgomery. If you think about it though, there's actually a benefit to that because I will be bringing knowledge from various countries and schools that I've been in and lived in before. Are you tired of doing the same old things and having the same old fundraisers and just ready to do something new? If your answer is yes, you're in the right place. I don't want to make false promises and say we won't have homework. Sadly, we will, but I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you want to do to improve RM because it's the people that really make RM for what it's known for. Your voice will only be heard if you speak up. So do that, take that risk, and do whatever you haven't done before because tomorrow isn't promised, so the change has to be made today. So on the 22nd of September, press Deep Core for president. Thank you guys.
You already know, this one's for the boys. Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Mitchell and I'm running to be your junior class president. This is my first year running for a leadership position at RM, so I believe I can bring some new ideas to the table. But at the same time, I was a first period delegate sophomore year just to cut class, so you could say I'm an experienced leader. I believe that the two most important qualities in a class president are passion, imagination, dedication, and knowing how to count. First off, my passion is unparalleled. In a pandemic, everything matters more, and so by focusing on the little things, I can bring you all at least a little bit more joy in this time of despair. I believe that life is not measured by the amount of breaths we take, but the moments that take our breath away. This is because even through all the time that we lost, there will be more social events than ever. But remember kids, safety first. Gotta stop the spread by wearing your mask. Secondly is my imagination. Albert Einstein once said that imagination is more important than knowledge because imagination covers everything there will ever be to know. Now, just because I agree with Albert Einstein on one issue, does that make me as smart as him? Yes. For example, just the other day, I was sitting in class daydreaming, and I imagined what would I do if the entire school caught on fire. And you know what I did? I single-handedly saved every single student. Does that make me a hero? Well, that's for history to decide. But the point is, no one caught on fire, and I think that is something we all look for in a class president. Lastly, it is important for a class leader to overcome challenge and smile on the face of adversity. Just like the late great rapper Tupac once said, 5 shots couldn't drop me. I took it and smiled. He's dead now, so that's probably not the best example, but that's beside the point. Now, listen, I'm far from perfect. I only have 3 wins in Fortnite. Occasionally, I have to trim my unibrow, and I don't know when to use air quotes. But as your junior class president, I promise to dedicate my time, energy, and love into our class of 2022. Thank you.